people like product managers and business analysts, where we will go get requirements and do requirement gathering. We will go figure out what the customers want, and maybe we would even go and do a number of customer research and so on, just to make sure that we are building exactly what the customers want. Then we'll come back and write things like user stories. And those user stories is to make sure that we define each one of the features that we want this platform to build. We want this platform to be. We want to define the features as much as possible. Then we will pass it on to software developers. And in terms of software development, you usually won't have one person. You may have a front-end developer, then a back-end developer, then you have a UX engineer, maybe a graphics person, maybe somebody that will first do the prototype on Figma. And then when the prototype is done on Figma, before you now take it into your Visual Studio and so on to write the code. And this is the way we've built applications and solutions for many, many years. This is now changing to something that people call vibe coding, where even for developers, they are able to use the best use of AI with tools like Copilot and Cursor to accelerate their ability to develop solutions. Organizations no longer need junior developers. And some people, particularly if you're a developer in the room, you may not like me when I said that, but that is the fact. Our structure for software development in organizations, whether it's a dev shop or it's an organization that just has an IT or software development department, was that you would have some senior developers and many junior developers. The junior developers will write some part of the code, and then based on that they've written, they will pass it on to their senior, who is able to review, and then at the end of the day, the senior will approve, do the pull request and approval. And apologies for those that may not be familiar with that space, but this is how software were built for many, many years. And that was innovation as at that time. Now, with the advent of these kinds of tools, and notice that I did not do anything but to just tell it the prompt. It has picked a color for me. It has done many things, and I'll come to that. With the advent of these kinds of tools, we now no longer need those junior developers. What that means is organizations that before now, what they would do was that they would have a team of 10 people. Now they just need 2 people. And the 2 people they need is really for redundancy. They just need one person making the best use of AI. And that will deliver the same result. The 2 people they need is for redundancy. To say if this person, one of the people that in my organization resigns, or the person is sick, or the person goes on leave, what would happen and all. That's the reason why you even need 2 in some cases now. One expert who knows what they are doing, using tools like this, will yield the same results. And that's the key thing that I want us to start thinking about. Because AI will not take your job, but somebody using AI will take your job. Become that somebody that is using AI.